Hi friends, Optonium ICO, that's the one we are picking up for review today. Please do stay till the end for Dela coin spoilers by the way. Starting with the basic details as usual, currently it's in the pre-ICO stage. It has a total supply of 2 billion coins. Pre-ICO and ICO issue is around 250 million coins, roughly 12.5% of the total. Pre-ICO price is $0.1 per coin. Currently you have bonuses on offer. As of now, a 40% bonus slab is on. And of course, you get 250 coins free on registration, which actually was what attracted our attention towards this ICO. Of course, terms and conditions apply. You need to buy a minimum USD 100 worth of coins to get these, which means you essentially get at most a 25% of bonus. The overall concept, picking it up based on their white paper, they plan to support selling of renewable energy futures. The question, of course, is why do they actually need Optonium coin for that? Cross-border energy trade is unlikely to happen without regulatory framework, and governments are unlikely to accept cryptos for the same, especially which are expected to be price volatile. Then they plan to set up their own mining farms using renewable sources of energy to mine. Again, makes no sense. Why will you mine your own coins first of all? Secondly, if your purpose is to generate renewable energy and you consume the same to mine the coins, what do you actually gain out of it? Essentially, that means you're giving a crypto where you generate your own mining power. I don't think it's a very sellable concept. Finally, how will energy trading platform provide such a high lending interest which they are promising to provide? Again, in a sense, the question is this pure crypto lending disguised as a renewable energy supporting platform? Well, if you look at their roadmap, they seem to have done everything except the lending and exchange pieces. So if renewable energy platform was the focus, then there was little need to at all to get an ICO out. I won't talk about the crypto lending model of generating cash flows today, as most of you have already seen that model multiple times now in my presentations. So we just go ahead. Let's look at their website design. The overall design is good and pretty easy to navigate. I would say pretty impressive overall. Back office is well designed with no performance issues, especially if we accept the 30,000 users number shared by the strategy head on Facebook. Absence of 2FA authentication is a bit of a letdown, but it shouldn't be much of a concern. We'll see, we have bigger concerns which lie ahead. One interesting thing which I would like to point out is the locations. They have mentioned USA, India, Singapore and Australia. If I recall correctly, ICOs are not permitted in USA, so I'm not sure how they're working out of it. They have mentioned the organization is registered in USA. I couldn't find the name of the organization and the registration details. Probably it is there, probably I couldn't Google it. They do have a support section with ticket tracking grid available. It looks pretty good. Looking at the domain and engagement level, domain was purchased 2 months back. The question of course is why did they wait for so long if they have planned the ICO in Feb 2017? 1 year purchase of domain is of course not a good sign. On the engagement side, 16.4% of bounce rate is pretty good. 6.9 views per visit is also good. Additionally, there are not too many search results, hence probably referrals and ad traffic are driving it. It depends which is driving it more. If it is referrals, then they're probably on the right track. The social activity is reasonable considering it's a pre-ICO stage. You see decent activity happening as Twitter followers, on the Facebook page, even on the Telegram channel. On the YouTube piece, they are in line with other numbers. They have just one video which was released 4 weeks back, which has around 363 views. Others have been released pretty recently, not much, 44 subscribers in all. In addition, there was a video recorded by the strat head, uploaded on Facebook, which really didn't convey much in terms of business model and plan, but does leave a positive impact, showing that there is a real face behind all this. The overall concept, picking it up based on their white paper, they plan to support selling of renewable energy futures. The question of course is why do they actually need Optonium coin for that? Cross-border energy trade is unlikely to happen without regulatory framework, and governments are unlikely to accept cryptos for the same, especially which are expected to be price volatile. Then they plan to set up their own mining farms using renewable sources of energy to mine. Again, makes no sense. Why will you mine your own coins first of all? Secondly, if your purpose is to generate renewable energy and you consume the same to mine the coins, what do you actually gain out of it? Essentially, that means you're giving a crypto where you generate your own mining power. I don't think it's a very sellable concept. Finally, how will energy trading platform provide such a high lending interest which they are promising to provide? Again, in a sense, the question is this pure crypto lending disguised as a renewable energy supporting platform? Well, if you look at their roadmap, they seem to have done everything except the lending and exchange pieces. So if renewable energy platform was the focus, then there was little need to at all to get an ICO out. I won't talk about the crypto lending model of generating cash flows today, as most of you have already seen that model multiple times now in my presentations. So we just go ahead. So the world is full of lookalikes and workaholics. If you look at the team at Optonium Coin and the team at Dela Coin, and of course compare Bei Jong Ok, we get one set of three lookalikes across countries, going by different names and different work areas, and another set of two lookalikes in two different work areas. Finally, we have three people working as founders in two different coins claiming to work on two different business models and technologies. Extreme workaholics, I suppose. Of course, I'm not saying they are fake profiles. They are simply similar looking people who got their photographs clicked in a similar fashion wearing similar clothes against a similar background. So, final checklist in case you still wish to see it. Readiness is medium, risk is pretty high, hype is high as per the strategy head if you want to trust his word. For me, it's a speculation grade, D, extremely high risk, medium return. Should I invest? Well, I will start with the positives as I have been blamed for being too negative in the past. They seem clever enough to pull it off. If, and I stress the word if we assume the 30,000 plus users number is correct, which also means they have given around 750,000 worth of their tokens for free, then it's already hyped. Now on the negatives, which seem pretty powerful, business model makes no sense with respect to crypto lending interest rates. We know there are few coincidences in the team. You can choose to trust or distrust. Overall, do I need to give any recommendation? Well, maybe use your discretion. Thanks for your time. If you think the review was helpful, please like the video.